Hey yo guys, what's up? It's me, it's your boy Kyle. Want to do this really quickly. I want to get my thoughts on AJ Styles winning the WWE Championship this past Tuesday on SmackDown. Um, Man, AJ Styles, the new WWE Champion. I know Jinder put out on his Instagram, he put a photo and said that saying that AJ was the better man, but also kind of broke kayfabe and said that he is neither injured nor did he fail a wellness policy any wellness policy as to why he lost the title. There were, like I said in my previous video a few weeks ago, there were speculations that Jinder may have been working with a nagging injury. He clearly stated himself on social media that he said, calling out the smarks or the people that think they know the inside, he did not fail a wellness policy nor was there any injury. I don't care whatever reason it is as to why they had the belt to be switched to AJ. I'm just glad the belt is off of Jinder Mahal, and I'm just glad AJ Styles is the WWE champion. Once again, my man, the phenomenal one. Well, they'll be facing Brock Lesnar, which to me is a much better match on paper than Jinder versus Brock. I know it seems kind of strange how already that, 2 weeks in, there was already some build between Brock and Jinder, and how all of a sudden, we get the WWE title to change hands on a pre-taped episode in the UK. Seems kind of kabuki-ish that they would just kind of change things like that so abruptly. But again, like I say, I don't care. I'm glad the belt is on Jinder because to me, Jinder Mahal sucked as WWE champion. I gave him a chance. He still sucked to me. And he was doing nothing but dragging that title and the SmackDown show down, in my opinion. So I'm glad AJ's WWE champion once again. I think now, since they've done this, to me, Survivor Series has now become a better. I'm more intrigued now to watch Survivor Series than I was before. Because now, not only do you have AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar, but now from this past Monday Night on Raw, we're going to get the New Day versus The Shield. Roman Reigns should be back or cleared to be back this coming Monday or tomorrow, I should say. So New Day versus The Shield, I think that should be a solid 6-man tag match. Then you have the traditional Survivor Series tag match, Team Angle versus Team Shane, which Shane had announced through social media this past Tuesday that his 5th and final member is John Cena for his team. So you got John Cena, Randy Orton, Nakamura, Bobby Roode, and Shane going up against Kurt Angle, Balor, Joe, Jason Jordan, and Braun Strowman. That to me it looks like a stacked team on both ends. Minus Jason Jordan being a weak link, but it's whatever. Those 3 big matches in itself, the Team Angle versus Team Shane, Brock versus AJ, and New Day versus The Shield are, to me, the 3 big marquee matches that is saving the Survivor Series pay-per-view show, and that's making Survivor Series more intriguing to me. Because before, Survivor Series wasn't looking that hot to me. So whatever last minute, booking on the fly decision that they had to make to get to where we are now, I'm glad they did it. I'm glad someone spoke to Vince and it's like, hey, Brock versus Jinder does not sell. Nobody wants to see that match. Now you put AJ in that spot, it's going to be a much better match. I don't care if Brock wins. AJ Styles is still the WWE champion. This isn't a title match. AJ Styles is a phenomenal wrestler. He can work with anybody with any style. So I'm sure he can give Brock a good quality match. Even if it lasts for 5 to 8 minutes, it's a much more quality match. I did hear that Brock, though, I did hear a report or a rumor, I think it was from PW Insider, that Brock had complained to Vince McMahon saying that he would not work with Jinder Mahal because he felt Jinder Mahal was not a caliber superstar to face. And that Paul Heyman also had on a separate occasion, a different meeting. Paul Heyman had a meeting with Vince and kind of persuade Vince in talks of having AJ Styles face Brock Lesnar. Now, those are all rumors and reports that Brock did not want to work with Jinder and that Paul Heyman kind of persuade Vince of putting AJ in that spot. If any of those rumors are true, again, I'm glad that Vince listened to them because nobody wanted to see Jinder versus Brock. Like, no one. Don't care. Hopefully, AJ Styles carries the belt through WrestleMania. I think this will be the first time they WWE Championship had exchanged hands in the United Kingdom, which is kind of cool. I think that's history making in itself. But yeah, I know they're touring in India in December. There have been stuff that's been going around saying that Jinder has advertised as a two-time WWE champion. I hope he does not get the belt back at all. Jinder needs to be far away from the main event scene as possible and not win the title back like ever. Yeah, no, I really hope Jinder does not be WWE champion come WrestleMania, because if he's champion come WrestleMania, God help us all. Anyway, I just want to get my thoughts out here on this. I'm proud as hell that AJ Styles, my guy, is the WWE champion for a second time, because after he lost the belt earlier this year to Cena, I was like, it's probably going to be a long while before we see AJ back in that main event spot. He's back at it, and now because of that, I think his match with Brock, as well as the other two matches I just mentioned, make Survivor Series a little bit more watchable, in my opinion, and interesting, more interested to see it now. You guys let me know what you think in the box below. Do yourself a favor, hit that comment button, and leave a comment and hit the subscribe button. Peace out.